Hello everyone and welcome to Valencia, Spain. And yes, I know I've done a lot of traveling this season. I've been to Albania, I've been to Czech Republic, I've been to Slovakia, I've been all over. But this one today, I believe, is genuinely the biggest one of the season. Now, of course, you've got your San Siros, your Nou Camps, your Bernabéus on that bucket list as well. But a couple of years ago, I bought this shirt from Classic Football Shirts for about 20 quid with the intention of coming here and watching a game. Now, like most things in life, football stadiums comes in all shapes and sizes, and while this one is one of the steepest, I think it's technically the second steepest in Europe, and that is what has actually attracted me to this ground. From the first time I saw it, I've always wanted to come here, and to finally say that I'm here in Valencia to visit the Mestalla, I'm absolutely buzzing. And I've just come out the metro station. This here is my first impression of the Mestalla. If you can't already tell, I'm here hours before kickoff. I've got to say, I know it's the whole premise of this video and why I've always wanted to come to this ground, but this place is absolutely massive from the outside. I've never seen it actually from the outside, come to think of it. But just have a look at that. I believe that there, this stand here, is the second steepest in Europe, and I won't be in this stand. I will be behind the goal, but I'm going to be right at the back to show you just how steep the stand is, and as well the views over the city you can get from this back wall. I really can't wait to get in here in how many hours time. And yet the crazy thing about the Mestalla is they're actually planning on leaving it. So this place behind me, the new Mestalla, which was started and planned in 2006, and at the time Valencia said it was going to be one of the best stadiums in the world with a capacity of around 75,000. Unfortunately, while it was being built, Spain ended up in a financial crisis, and that is where Valencia were getting the majority of their money from. They were borrowing it from the banks. The club ended up in £500 million worth of debt, and this place was left abandoned. However, very recently, work has resumed on this place, and Valencia are hoping that by the 2030 World Cup, this place will be hosting matches, or even before that. So a very slim time frame to go and watch Valencia at their previous stadium. So if you haven't already, definitely go and do it. Although from the outside, it doesn't look as iconic. I really like the top part here. That is really cool. Hopefully one day, if it isn't the 2030 World Cup, I'm back here at least to watch a game. Now, if you ask me, why would you ever want to leave this place? They've been here for over 100 years. As you can see, all the accolades outside, they've had a lot of success while playing here. It's one of the most iconic grounds, not just in Spain, not just in Europe, but in the world. And if you're a fan of the channel, you'll know that my favourite stadium I've currently visited is Ibrox up in Scotland. I think that could be done tonight. I really do. As beautiful as Ibrox is, I think this place might top it, but I'm not in there yet. And despite not doing too well this season, you got to think of the history of this club. I mean, just in recent times, the great players they've had: Juan Mata, David Silva, David Villa. Anyway, despite being really buzzing for the game, if you can't already tell, we have got so many hours before kickoff. So I'm going to head into Valencia, do a bit of exploring, have a little look around. Might even go to the beach, actually. Seeing as I live in the Midlands, I never ever end up going to the beach. And it's a nice sunny day as well. Well, I got here yesterday around about 5 in the afternoon. I was actually able to take in a non-league game yesterday, a proper relegation scrap. It ended 3-2. The highlight of that game, to be honest, even though it was 3-2, was the goalkeeper's time wasted. He was eating a banana at one point. But this is my first and only full day here. I actually fly back tomorrow, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm here at this castle. I'm not doing this again where I'm saying I don't know what this is. This behind me is the Torres de Serranos. It's one of the gates of the city walls. I know it's free to visit on a Sunday, so that's the main reason I'm here. But you can get to the top of it and have a good view over the city, so I'm going to head up there right now. Gosh, I'm out even halfway up, and these steps are doing my legs in. When you see where I'm sat in the ground later, you'll laugh because I've got to go up a lot of steps just to get up there. It's actually reminding me a little bit of Trnava and their city walls, little gaps that they'd look through. I've got all the way up here. I thought, yeah, surely this has got to be the top. No, more steps. Well, one takeaway from this is a lot of steps to get up here. It doesn't look that high, but... And so we finally made it to the top, and this is the view from one side. We've got a football game going on there, and we've had the view from one castle tower. Here is the view from the other, looking over the city, and you can see pretty much everything. And I was hoping I'd get some sort of view of today's location. If you just look all the way over there, you can see the ground I'm visiting today. Oh, I nearly avoided this bit as well. If I look around here, these old castle walls, this is so cool. It's like a proper castle, ain't it? When I went to Prague, my one regret was not going to Prague Castle, but it was so far up. It was either go there or miss a game. And I obviously prioritise football. And even though that technically is the biggest castle on earth, whatever it is, I think this one takes it, to be honest. I really like this. Well, that was a nice way to start the day. We've still got about 5.5 hours to kill before kick-off. I am going to get in there a little bit early because I'm really excited to go to the ground, but if I'm honest, I know absolutely nothing about this place, Valencia, so I'm just going to be doing a little bit of exploring. And as you can't tell already, I am on my own, so I've not got anyone who's made plans to go about 20 different places. You know what, I should do a blind walk in more often. This down here looks absolutely beautiful. I have a little gander at this. Not to say it was awkward, I just walked in this building, everyone's walking in. And I've just walked in on a church service. Not a clue what was going on. Either way, even inside the church was absolutely beautiful. You'll probably find a common theme with these travelling videos. It's nowhere I go do I ever say, oh, this isn't very nice, because everywhere seems to be so nice. And I'm sure in these places there are bad areas, there's good and bad everywhere. How could you not like coming to this part of Europe? It's sunny 95% of the time. It's beautiful. We've got palm trees. What I like most about this city is everything all seems to be like quite close together. Like I've walked probably 20 minutes down here. Every 2 minutes my head's been turned and I've seen something different. I mean, just have a look at that behind me. And I'm sure by now you've all seen the Colosseum in Rome, but have you seen the Plaza de Toros here in Valencia with loads of bikers cycling past? And just from some basic research of this place, this is actually a bull ring. No, not the one in Birmingham, but an actual ring where bulls go around and do what they do. I don't know. As a bit of a stadium connoisseur, really like the look of this. I mean, it's proper old school. In the least weird way, have a look at this walkway through the concourse. Uncomparable to any football grounds anyway, but have a look at that. Wow. And well, I really couldn't come to this part of the Mediterranean without coming to the beach, could I? That is genuinely the biggest Spanish flag I've ever seen. Tell you what, it's proper busy down here. And this beach is massive. The sea is miles away. Regardless, I couldn't not walk down here, could I? Have a look at that. I'll tell you what, taking my shoes off, lovely view of the sea. That was a lovely way to end my time in Valencia, well, my day before I head to the game. Not sure what I'll do after it, but I don't think I'll be able to sit on the beach. I think it'll be a little bit chillier around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm now heading back to the ground to get there about an hour or so earlier, about an hour and a half away from kick-off. I want to have a proper look around a ground that I've always wanted to visit. And for the second time today, I've arrived at the Stadi di Mestalla. The atmosphere is really building now at about an hour away from kick-off. Slightly more busy than it was earlier on today. Now tonight's game, for me anyway, is a pretty interesting one. Valencia are taking on Mallorca, a team I actually saw play back in May, June, in a scrappy 1-0 win over Las Palmas. Mallorca is the only La Liga ground I've previously visited. I really liked it, so I'm hoping that today is the same. I mean, from the outside, I'm a huge fan of this place. Valencia historically are the better team, but they're actually flirting with relegation a bit, which is actually where Mallorca were last season, but they stayed up. They're now 4 points off them European spots. So tonight is a pretty big game for Mallorca. If they win, they're a point off the European spots, but also Valencia, because they're going to be wanting to stay in this top division in Spain. I don't mean to sound like a parrot saying the same thing over and over again, but I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier. How on earth are they knocking this place down? I've not even gone in yet. I'm absolutely buzzing for this. I'm heading this way though. I can hear a bit of atmosphere. Well, the old billow and everything. Pushing us back. I didn't expect this from these Mallorca fans. Even though I've been there, did not expect this from their away following. Just prolonging me getting in the ground at this rate, the Mallorca fans. Say what, they're having a brilliant time. That's going to be some away in there if they can carry it on, but a bit of an overkill by the police trying to like push us back. Either way, I'm now approaching my entrance. I'll see you inside the ground. I'm absolutely buzzing. And while then, we're about to walk all the way to the top of this place. As you can expect, plenty of seats to walk up, but unlike Sunderland and Sporting, I'm not going to moan about this one, because the whole point of wanting to come here, I've always wanted to sit right at the top. Probably going to be out of breath once I'm up there though. And then out here, this is my first look at the Mestalla. Have a look at that. They say it's steep up here. And I tell you what, they're really not wrong, are they? And this is the view from the very, very back row. Tell you what, as I said, as we all know, it is very steep, but when you're here, you can just about see it. I'm gonna say it once again, now I'm in here, how on earth are they knocking this ground out? Genuinely, it is probably one of the most unique grounds in the world. And I've actually lost some words here. I knew it was gonna be one of my favourites. Teams are out on the pitch. There we go then, kick off here in Valencia. Best thing about this is we've got a single section down here. We are literally on the other side of the ground. Everywhere is at least getting involved. So I don't know what people's opinions are on football in Spain, but you really cannot beat this. We're here in the sun, we've got a nice view of Valencia. The ground is absolutely unreal. The football, I mean, let's face it, La Liga isn't what it was maybe 10 years ago. But let's face it, Messi and Ronaldo aren't playing in the league anymore, so of course it isn't. Also, I've got to give credit to these Mallorca fans. I'm assuming that's a sellout there because both blocks either side are shut, so huge respect to them lot. Oh, he's played it short. If there was ever a day, I'm glad I've got a time 6-2. It is today. Oh, it's a goal. Is it a goal? No. Talk about it being hard to tell. Right in front of me doing a VAR movement. If the refs watch, don't go off. The refs watch, don't go off. About a million miles away from the goal up here. I don't know how he's thinking there's VAR. Closest chance of the game for either team, though. I mean, the game on the pitch really hasn't been entertaining at all. Still goalless. We're getting closer and closer to half-time. Either team have really challenged the other. The best chance of the game was that Valencia one earlier on, where it looked like it had gone in from 2 million miles away up here. I love it when teams do this. That side sing, this side sing. And the whole ground. You can't beat it. You really can't. There we go then. Half time here in Valencia. Well, football-wise, it's been pretty boring here, to be honest. Only really one chance in it for either team, 0-0. I'm going to be honest, if this game does finish 0-0, and it's a trip all the way to Spain for 0-0, I don't think I'm going to be too annoyed. The ground itself is like worth coming for. Valencia as a city, lovely. The weather was beautiful as well today. And the second half is underway. I'm hoping for a little bit more entertainment after that pretty dull first half. Big chance here for Valencia. One over the keeper. Oh, it's a good save. So what, Valencia have come out of a 10. That's a goal. What a way to start this second half. Well, they came out with intent and they got their goal. The home side have taken the lead. Chance now confidence for this game. And the crowd are really getting behind their team. Mallorca are pushing to try and get something, but if Valencia win, it's an absolutely massive 3 points for them. Well, the sun is well and truly setting over the city of Valencia. There's 8 minutes left of added time, added on. There was an injury in this second half. And the crowd are getting behind the team, hoping they can cling on for a massive, massive 3 points. Valencia just needs to hold on. Mallorca haven't really had a sniff all game. They've had chances here and there, but could have troubled the goalkeeper. It's the final whistle after that big foul the referee's blown. Valencia, who have struggled this season, very unlike a side that are usually flirting with European contention. Well, what a massive 3 points for this home side. It seems to bring a little bit of luck every time I come to Spain, I swear, because I saw Mallorca win last season. That pretty much kept them in the Liga. They've had a really good season this year, and all props to them, all props to them away fans, because Mallorca, travelling away from home, I really did think they'd bring many. As the ground empties, what an experience it's been. Not the best of football games, but realistically, I wasn't here for the game of football. Even though I was, I really wasn't. And seriously, for the final time in this video, how are they knocking this place down? And if you haven't been here, please, please do. If there's one thing I'm going to recommend you guys to do, it's visit this stadium. Probably subscribe to the channel as well, if you enjoy the videos. Well, for context, on Friday night when we lost 3-1 to Sheffield United, I was one of the first out of the away end at full time. I might be one of the last to leave this place. What a gaff. That's all I've got to say. And just seeing people around take photos, especially these Valencia fans, they're buzzing with the result. But I think it just shows how beautiful this stadium is. This is one of the most unique stadiums, not just in Europe, but in the world. And it's beautiful. And well, the stewards are kicking us out. I feel like I'm on one of them videos on TikTok of that guy trying to stay as long as he can in the stadium. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video there, outside what is now my favourite stadium. I don't usually feel like this after a game. I feel absolutely buzzing. I just feel so, so good. And this was what, my 242nd football ground. I'll probably do another 240 more. 900 plus games now, following my team, Coventry City, going to different games like this, travelling all over the UK, travelling all over Europe, watching different games. That game I'm never going to really remember, let's be honest. Like, I don't even really remember the goal now, and it happened less than an hour ago. But visiting a stadium like that, one that really took my breath away, one that right at the back of the stand, I was a little bit nervous, had butterflies in my tummy. It's a weird one. I feel really good. I don't really know how I feel at the moment. It's weird because I only went to a football game and I have no affiliation to either team. It's a weird one. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on Saturday where I go to the CBS Arena, a stadium nearly as iconic as that one, as Coventry played Burnley. I'll see you in a bit.